On to race number 2, and the second race on the programme is a Class 5, 1,600 metres, the trip here for the second, with Triumphant Light back into Class 5 company. Neil Callan from Barrier 5. Kwai Chung Brothers went over the 1,200 Happy Valley last season. Proud Sky, two-time winner in this grade, but 1,800 metres the trip for him. Callan Murray will ride Sunny Orient for Tony Millard. Lucky Storm gets the blinkers on. He's been up at Chung Fa. Sports Master Zach Burton in the saddle. And Umberto Responsibly will jump from Barrier 2 on the show with the blinkers going back on him.
Class 5, 1,600 metres. Now, look, you can see here that, as Andrew mentioned in that profile of the field, Lucky Storm spent a fair bit of time at Chun Fa and won a trial there as well. He's going to be potentially caught deep here, though, looking at the speed map from barrier number 10. He has got blinkers on. He'll need his running shoes if he's going to cross. Triumphant Light, the show, who potentially might take it up. I've got Kwai Chung Brothers actually back a spot. He finished quite strongly in a recent trial from the back. Maybe Lucky Storm might be looking for that spot that he leaves.
Sunny Orient doesn't go too badly fresh. You can see he's quite keen here in his work. He's under a decent hold as well, Sunny Orient, so he's going all right. He
led a trial and won one early on too, Paul, so worth noting him for the speed map.
Yeah, definitely. He's yet to win. He's been a little bit disappointed in race days, but his work generally is quite good. Sports Master's going well. He's dropped a bit. He's put on a bit of weight, actually. He's put on 15 pounds. He's another one that's won a trial. He's got a good barrier draw, so he looks really tough to beat, I think. Zach Burton, once again, has picked up the ride on Sports Master. You can see, and in that speed map, he should get a nice run. I'm going to show him twice because I thought it was a pretty good piece of work. He's on the inside this time, working with Sunshine Holiday, who didn't finish off the season too badly as well.
Yeah, I had a bit of a watch on him, so looking forward to seeing him return.
Yeah, so I thought it was a good piece of work, both those. And you can see Wonderful Chasers really pushed out here as well, so it wasn't a bad piece of work from him. Another one who doesn't go too badly fresh as well, so he's another one to keep an eye on. He was really pushed out, and he did stretch out nicely.
All right, OK, we're going to start off with a bit of form from the back end of last season. This is Le Panache, Wonderful Chaser and the show. This is over the slightly longer 1,800 metres, though.
It is, yeah, and that might be the little negative for Le Panache. You look at his record over the 1,600, it's 3 starts for just the 1/3. Having said that, he's drawn well for Douglas White, who finished in the limelight, of course, winning the final race of last season on Star Shine. Wonderful Chaser. Look, there's not a great deal between them, is there? But you can see here Le Panache, he really appreciated, you know, the extra distance of this race. So that was the little negative against him for me. But this is Class 5, isn't it, Paul? And we know what that means.
Yeah, no, exactly. Look, I'm going to give the show another chance. He's in the numbers, not on top, just because he's so well rated at the moment. The 1,600 suits him, and they're putting the blinkers back on. So, look, there's going to come a time with the show that, you know, if he doesn't start recapturing a bit of form, they're going to have a look at his future, I think.
All right, Sunny Orient was in there as well. Yeah. We'll have a look at him trialling in a moment or so. Next one we'll see here is Sports Master and Kwai Chung Brothers. And now, Zach's down to his minimum weight on the opening day here.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't he? Maybe he had a really good off-season and did a lot of exercise to get down to that minimum weight. But you can see on the inside he was pushed out a little bit, Sports Master, but I like the way he responded, and he did stretch away from the field here as well. He's in the 2-2, barrier 4. I think he'd be tough to beat.
Kwai Chung Brothers in the back part of the field there, very quietly, very quietly. The more I look at this race, Andrew, we saw the speed map before. There are a lot of potential front runners in this, and that might end up suiting Kwai Chung Brothers. Sports Master has the option of dropping in and getting a nice run.
All right, best effort was in that Cash Courier race as well, but this is him trialling the grey.
Yeah, and he's now with Casper Founds, and another one that has trialled reasonably well leading in. I thought this was an OK performance for a Class 5 galloper. He's got tactical versatility as well. He can sit handy, he can also close in, but look at him there, the grey. He looks very smooth.
They're taking everything off him too. Hair plugs the lot, so he's going to be up there naked on...
More naked than you running around in Europe recently, Paul.
Yeah, right.
Now, Tony Millard is going to come out firing. The first couple of trials were all Millard horses, private trials basically. This is one of them. Sunny Orient wins it.
Yeah, it was a good trial here, as you can see from him. He does go well fresh, but he's a horse that disappoints on race day. He's let you down a few times. He's only run second twice over his 21 starts. I'll put him in on a place line, but he can be a little bit unreliable.
Great to see Callan Murray here again as well. He's had 4 winners here in Hong Kong, and 2 of them were Group 3. So he's had a great initiation to Hong Kong, of course, a season or so ago. If he can get this home, hats off.
Absolutely. Now, it looks a lot like Sha Tin, but it's not. This is Chung Fa, Lucky Storm trialling.
Yeah, he wins the trial too. He looks a bit hot there, doesn't he? You can see all that sweat around the sort of girth area. But he did respond nicely enough. Another one that's changed stables, and the blinkers will go on him. He has put on 33 pounds, which I think is a bit of a worry.
The horse is chasing Eastern Prowess going into second, and Sea Pearl, who's looks like a bit of a speedy squib for me at the moment. I'm not sure about the strength of the trial, but all you can do is defeat the opposition that's there. We saw the speed map earlier, maybe a chance of being caught wide. That's the reason I left him out. But off the basis of the trial, I think he's a hope.
Yeah, Pearl we'll see later on as well. One of 3 of John Moore's that he's travelled down to race on Sunday. Early favourite, Paul, is Sportsmaster.
Yeah, got him as well. I just think Zach's going to have a really good start to the season here, and I've got him on top for the first 2. The show, he's getting to a stage now, he's so well rated, he should be able to win. Blinkers go back on, might do the trick for him. Wonderful Chaser's got a good fresh up record, and also Sunny Orient. He disappoints on race day, but he has run a couple of seconds. I think he can be placed 8, 10, 9 and 5, but 8 to win.
Well, I'm hoping that the best bet was great again and it wasn't fake news after the first, and you can go a little bit each way here onto Kwai Chung Brothers in the second. I think a lot of foreseeable pace potentially despite the small field, and that might suit him. He is a horse that ran second course and distance 4 starts ago behind You Have My Word, who went on to win a few good races after that. So him on top, Sportsmaster, best effort, Triumphant Light. There's only 10 in it, but it's hard to put the pen through too many.
Yeah, I think Richard Gibson and Tony Millard could have good days on Sunday. They've got them to the 4 here again. Sunny Orient, though, on top for me in race 2. The feature race comes up early. It's race number 3, the HK SAR Chief Executives Cup, and the Southern Legend, a Group 1 winner the last time we saw him. That was in the Kranji Mile in Singapore. They've got eyes on December. Winner's Way, the choice of champion jockey Zach Purton. And one of the up-and-comers, there's a few in the race, is Jumbo Luck. We'll see if he can back up last season's excellent form.